Guys, so you are in charge of quite a nice set of homes in the Nobleton area.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that area, because I know that you guys were talking to a lot of people at the Nobleton Fair yesterday about it, and they look like spectacular homes. So how do you guys feel about that subdivision happening in Nobleton?
It's beautiful. There's the Tribute built out that development in 2017. They started moving in. So the actual location that we're doing phase 2 was supposed to be allotted for a school, but the school didn't need it. So they came back to the builder and said, we're getting the land back. So they needed to basically mirror whatever was already in the community. And they're just doing this last little extension. They added one street, which is Herbert Watson Way.
So this wasn't even supposed to happen.
This was, no, well, it happens sometimes, right? You have to allow a development like the school board. You have to, obviously as a developer, you have to put like school parklands all into your like your application when you apply. Now the school board basically holds it for up to 15 years, I think it is. And now they said it was after like 7-8 years they came back and said we're not going to need the land anyway, so they get it back. So they added that street where it's going to be, it is already launched, but it's only 22 exclusive houses. That's the end of going to be the gates of Nobleton. So yeah, we sold a few of them now, a bunch of them. Yesterday there was a lot of good action, a lot of people in the community reaching out, asking.
Yeah, I was listening in. There was a lot of people.
Yeah, we set up a few
Real
appointments that we have this week now for, it's like even people in the neighborhood, like a lot of people that realized yesterday that it's there. We're like, oh, we live in Nobleton. It's like, we're kind of out of position. It's like, our house is like 12, 13, 14 years old. Do we renovate or do we buy something new? We love the area. We love the community, but there's not very many options for what's available currently right now.
Okay.
So that's basically a lot of the conversations that we're having with people that are in the area. Instead of renovating, they're looking to make that upsize.
Nobleton doesn't really come on the market all that much. Homes?
No, there is. Right now there's about 40 listings roughly.
That's not that much though.
Well, there's only about 1,300 houses, right?
Oh, okay.
Is that all in Nobleton? 1,300.
On our mailing list.
Very
about
little.
1,300.
So what is King? Is it 50,000 total? All of
I'm
King?
not sure.
I thought Nobleton was up there like 50,000. No, or maybe it's just King.
Maybe
King. All of
population.
King. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. 13,000 units. So I don't think that equals 50,000.
I wonder what ask ChatGPT. I should be doing this.
Yeah, you should.
But I don't want to because I want to see your phone when you hold it. Treviso colors.
Like it.
Treviso North, Treviso South, Treviso Realty. What am I missing?
Treviso
One?
Home.
Treviso Home.
Treviso Home.
Medical
So we have 4 divisions there, right? We have 4 Treviso divisions.
3 there. No.
No, it's 4 total.
3.
What are
Well,
you
that's
talking about?
Veneto property, right?
No, you have Treviso Realty, Treviso Homes. What else did I just say?
Treviso North Realty.
Treviso North, Treviso South.
Well, no.
Treviso Realty is South.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about
6,500 residents in 2021 though.
In all of King.
Yeah. No, in Nobleton. So, but that's 21. But come on, that's so old.
How many? 60.
6,500 residents. The market marks a significant increase from 4,900 from 2016. It's fucking 1,500 people in 10 years.
That's a significant amount.
Looking for 10,800 by 2031. Well, you better put your projections a little bit lower right now, buddy. That's not gonna get there.
So, and now we have 2 more things I want to talk about this episode. Number 1, Steve, what would you say is some of the top places that people are showing interest to buy in Florida right now, based on you and your stats?
What do you mean? 7,000. It's still low. I don't know. That's
So what kind of uptick are you getting in Florida? Where are they buying? Portugal, Fort Myers, Naples? Where are they buying?
a lot of them are buying in my community, to be honest. I think I put Estero
Verdana?
on the map, to be honest. I've given it like a star. And then people are just, even that lady just talked to Nush because you're in Estero. I was like, how do you know? But it's like, so I think we put a star on it because just based on us living out there. So people see it on a highlighted on a daily basis, especially on their social feeds.
I don't think many people even knew. Like, there's a lot of places in Fort Myers area that no one's ever even heard of.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. Unless you live there or you know a relative who bought there, like Verdana.
But that's Estero.
Or Estero. I
yeah.
would have never heard of Estero.
Yeah, Estero's a small community, 50,000 people, high income per capita, like next to nothing crime rate. There's other factors in that as well to desirable for families as well. But it's
is the only airport there Fort Myers?
RSW.
That's
Or
it.
you have to go to like Punta Gorda, which is far.
Where is
It's an
that?
hour.
An hour.
Yeah, even less.
Closer to what though?
Like Cape Coral.
Oh,
Northern.
so which one do you take then?
We take RSW.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I mean, if you got a private jet, there's 2 other airports there. in
Is that what
Naples.
you have?
I wish. Imagine that.
No.
No, so then I mean, ultimately you can go out of Tampa, Orlando, or Lauderdale, or Miami. So it's like everything's an hour and a half away. Like I mean, obviously Orlando is going to be a little bit further than Tampa, but
But you're
Miami
saying,
is like an hour and 40 minutes.
but you're saying right now Verdana has the most heat behind it, as far as
Yeah.
you're concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because it's got the best value. Like even looking for myself, sometimes I'll just look around. I think like the amenities that it offers and the price point, I think it's the best value.
The only thing people have to remember is you're not that close to the beach, right?
But
More or
that-
less.
But it
that's
depends
all
what you're.
That's all
you're
South
going
Florida.
For.
though.
Yeah.
Unless you're in Naples and you have $30 million on the
Yeah,
beach, that's
exactly.
a different story,
That's a
right?
different story.
Do you see taxes there? Because every time we drive through Laudermilk and areas like that, I always tell my wife like, we're like, we love it here.
Yeah.
At a gate, it's these nice houses, and I go, I asked her, I go, you know what the property? I told her, you know what the property taxes are? Like 40 grand a year. I go, I don't know if I want to move there now. That's fucking crazy.
40 grand.
They got to fix that. If there's one thing Florida's got to fix is the property tax situation.
Very high.
They're high. They
And-
got
and
to
they're
fix
working
that.
on it, right?
They are. He wants to abolish literally property tax, which would be great. I don't think he gets there, but if he can grab that assessment value, like right now, what happens? You buy a property, you spend $1 million. Let's just say they're taxing on that $1,000,000. It's insanity. They should do. You buy it for $1 million, you're getting taxed on $500,000. Like I'm paying even my house now. It's quite expensive. It's like 13,500 a year.
What?
Plus CDD, so it's like 15 grand a
What?
year. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot.
Holy! How do they justify that?
Purchase price. Wow. And then they give you like a millage rate and they bring it down to an assessment, but it's not low enough. That assessment should be like how it was here. Our house was, and we paid 1.4, but it was being like the one in Nobleton, and it was being assessed at like 800 or 7 and change, which is fair. So we were paying, I think at the end was like $7,000 to $8,000, which is not cheap, but I mean it's imagine spending 1.4 there. You're like going to be at 20 grand.
And you say that they're getting to this number because they're assessing it on their current value.
They never experienced high prices like this.
Oh,
This
I
is
see.
Like, is like a first all
Unprecedented.
for Southwest, and this is why Governor DeSantis, Ron, he wants to nip this in the butt now, because if you keep these high prices, you get a lot of people moving out because of affordability issues. You know, if they can't move, if a young couple has a townhouse, they want to move to a detached, and they got to sell that town for like 250, 300, and move into a thing for 5, 6, 7, 100,000. Then their property tax throws them out of whack, and then they move to the Carolinas. A lot of them are going to Virginia and North Carolina and South Carolina.
Significantly cheaper.
Yeah, well, prices of houses and quality.
But you can't compare that.
No,
It's apples and oranges.
It's different folks, strokes for different folks. But at the same time, for them, it's like I need to live. I'm not going to be tied to a house and its payment. So we rather just buy this, and then I mean, the Carolinas should be nice as well, but I mean, they're going to have winter.
So Verdana is where Steve is saying. What about you, Mike? Over here in our home base, what would you say is the number one place you feel like people are starting to say, this is where I want to buy and live?
Throughout the GTA, it's depends. I think
Just based on what you've seen.
most people want to stay close to family here. It's very simple.
But when you say close to family, do you mean Vaughan? Is Vaughan kind
yeah,
of a-
Vaughan. Like if your parents live in Vaughan, they might go to Bolton.
Oh,
Vaughan,
I
right?
see. Okay.
Like they're not gonna like go too far from what they need or their work, whether it's parents, whatever their main driving force is. If it's work or family, like they'll go maybe within like half an hour.
Now, the question I have for you is what I asked Steve, because Steve said the best value and the best buck and the best place to go is Verdana. Now, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Where would you say would be the number one place you would recommend people to really look in and buy?
Price, it's going to be determined by price point again, because it's like a wave, right? When you get into the core of the city, as we like go further out, it's like less price per square foot in value. So like if you start right in the core, you're going to be $2 million. You're going to get like, let's say 1,000 square feet. You take that that 2 million, bring it to North York. Well, for $2 million in North York, you're going to get up to like 2,500 square feet, let's say, right? So as it's going to be preference what you want location wise, what amenities you need around you, and then your determining factor is going to be how much money you could spend in that area. Best value, I think, is going to be on the outskirts. Like, let's say you have like 1.5 or like 1.3. It's going to be parts of Vaughan that are going to offer like 1.3 to 1.5, and you're going to get some good value, maybe 2,000 square feet, or up into like Bolton, and then as you get into like Bradford, Tonham, like those areas are going to have lower price per square foot, more value, and you're going to have a lot. Like Bradford will have a lot.
Let's go a little bit more north. Let's go a little bit more north. Let's say Innisfil, Barrie.
Yeah, they have everything you need, like to live. Like community centers, they have all kinds of shops.
It's a little far though. Innisfil is just a
It
splash
depends
too far.
it depends what you're doing though. Like if you work in the core, yeah, Innisfil's an hour and a half away. Absolutely, it's too far. If you work in Vaughan, maybe it's only 40 minutes, right?
Then in that case, it makes sense.
Then it's not too bad. So it's going to be determined by what your driving factors are for what you need around you. So like if your parents live in Vaughan and you have a kid and you live in let's say Innisfil, Barrie, is that 40-minute drive too far for you? Maybe you might want to live in like.
That's an average commute though, I think 40 minutes. I think everywhere's 40 minutes. What about you back in Florida? What's the average commute time in general to go from place to
Everything
place?
is 15 to 30 minutes. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You have like grocery stores, I'm sure 10 minutes from you and all that.
1 minute.
Oh,
It's
It's right
attached to
outside.
Verdana Village. Yeah. We have our own shops at
fantastic.
Verdana.
but if you have to go, let's say, okay, for the beach, how far is it from your house? Half hour?
35 minutes to Naples.
With Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt or Laudermilk. Yeah.
Is that the closest one? Well, the most
No, Bonita
preferred,
Beach.
right?
You can go to Bonita Beach,
Which
which
one
is
do you prefer?
beautiful. I like Laudermilk because of the parking. It's those parking structures.
I've been to Vanderbilt. I love Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it's great.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing. Probably
And
one
you
of
got
my
jet
favorite.
skis there and stuff like that. And you go to Turtle Jacks on the beach, and you can just, it's nice, right?
Where is that? Oh, by the way, in the Verdana Village where you are, that's where you are. Is everything complete? Like the pool area, and then they were doing that big gym. Is that complete too?
It's forever, yeah.
So what else do they still have to do? Nothing?
That's all done. Like the front, our phase one is basically coming to an end. We have 1,200 houses being built there. We're
Okay.
probably like 40 houses left, maybe if that. And then they're building out the West Village now. So we're gonna have like a 3 amenity centers in our actual community. So West Village will get 1 amenity, which they're building out now. I just saw someone posted that you gotta see the pool in the secondary village. It's
Oh, yeah?
fucking amazing.
Are you able to
I'm
use
not
it?
even. What do you mean?
No, I don't know, because certain areas have their own sections.
It's Verdana Village, so we
All
can
of
use
it.
west, east, and then the main, right?
It's a nice area, the new one that's going to be built.
It's beautiful for like a secondary unit. It's like I think it'll take a lot from the big one because
Really?
it's beautiful. It's actually shaped like kidneys and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Hmm.
Hopefully, you can throw a football there.
Did they put in restaurants too?
16,000 square foot restaurant with a 16,000 square foot restaurant, and you have a bar, like an actual like lounge, like literally like a speakeasy, like pure
Really?
cocktail lounge, and then we have a pool bar in the back. So
It's like going to a resort.
yeah, like on Friday before we got down, I took a half a day off, a little bit fried, so I literally supposed to go golfing. That didn't go into fruition. I just went out to the Alamo to shoot guns, went by myself just to kind of like just rezone. And then my daughter calls me on the way. She's like, "Come pick me up, Dad." I'm like, "I'm done. I'm a week left in school. We have supply teachers. This is like I'm doing nothing here." Just picked her up. We went to the pool bar.
That's
and
beautiful.
We ate by the pool. We chilled in the water. It was like we spent from like 1:30 in the afternoon till like then my wife joined us around 4:35, and when she got home with Nicholas, and then they joined us in the pool. We ate lunch there. Then we ate dinner. We stayed till about 7 p.m.
Fantastic.
And that was
Saw the
what,
sunset?
Friday, and then we went out. We actually went back. So I went home, showered. I went with my wife's uncle was in town because they bought a house in our community, a few houses down. So he wanted to watch the hockey game, Panthers and the Leafs. So we went back to the pool bar. We watched the game there, and that's it.
Good.
Yeah,
So
all in house.
guess what we are doing now, Steve?
Rapid fire.
That's next episode.
Oh, you're gonna wrap it up.
We got to wrap it up, and it's my favorite time of the episode.
Time of the season.
Mike, why don't you look at that camera and tell them where they can find you?
Thanks for tuning in. You guys can find us obviously on all our socials. You can find me directly at Mike Gatti Realtor on Instagram.
Awesome. Yeah, at Steven Zalunardo on Insta, and then also the Treviso Realty on Insta as well, then the YouTubes and all the stuff.
I'm
But
changing you, man. I'm finally getting you to say this.
tired, buddy. Actually, we got warmed up. What do we got? 73? It's
too hot.
We got to get it to 78.
No, I'll die. Gentlemen, until the next episode.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.